Can't change it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going live in 3, 2, 1.
I'd like to call the Monday, September 11, 2023 Greensville County School Board meeting to order. Clerk, could you call the roll?
Chairman Jason Rook.
Here.
Vice Chairperson Janet Roberts.
Here.
Mr. Rustin Jesse.
Here.
Mr. Ronell Pearson.
Here.
A quorum is established.
Thank you, Ms. Ritter.
You're welcome.
If you bow your head for the invocation, we're going to have a short moment of silence in remembrance of 9/11. After. Father, we come to you this evening. We ask you to place your healing hands on this country on 9/11. Be with the families that lost loved ones. We ask that you bless the school system. Be with our students and staff. Guide us, Father. Give this board the wisdom and strength to make sound decisions for this system. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
We're gonna do something start doing something a little different. We're gonna start reading our mission and vision statement before each meeting. Our mission at Greensville County Public Schools, together with families and community, GCPS is committed to providing a safe, rigorous, student-centered environment that empowers learners. And our new vision is cultivating excellence, transforming lives, and impacting futures. Seeking a motion for approval of the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second. Motion's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None been heard, the motion carries. Seeking approval of the minutes from the prior meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None been heard, the motion carries. Seeking approval of the warrants and financial information. So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None been heard, motion carries. Brings us up to our public comment section. Any citizen may address the board at any regular meeting. Persons wish to appear before the school board are requested to contact the superintendent, the school board chairman, or designee for placement on the agenda. If you're going to address the board, please keep your comments to a limit of 5 minutes. Ms. Ritter, do you have any comments?
No, sir. None that have come in to me.
Okay. Anybody from the floor would like to address the board? Please plug in my head where this mic is. No man.
I'd like to request a policy review for the governing school students, the way their grades and ranking and score. I've talked to several of the board members about it, and the superintendent and principal. We've had a couple of meetings. I just would like to request that a policy be reviewed.
Good. Thank you.
Thank
Is there any other comments from the floor? All right, moving along to superintendent's report and information item. First up, be the cap update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to say, once again, good evening to everyone, and this is 9/11. And as we know, the tragedy that struck 22 years ago, and that was definitely a reason to pause for a moment of silence. And we are still recovering from the aftermath of 9/11, and we want to always remember 9/11. Our cap update, this is what we do monthly, provide a corrective action plan update, the background that I always give. As a result of the division review in 2016, and then in 2018, Greensville County Public Schools was placed under a memorandum of understanding with the Virginia Department of Education. The memorandum of understanding was a 5-year plan. This is the 5th year of that plan, and we are working diligently, and you will see results that I believe you will definitely welcome from our 22-23 school year. So as a result of the CAP update, we have the goals in the CAP update, the essential actions that we cover monthly. And under academic and student success, we've had scheduling conferences with Dr. Jarrett, who's in Sussex County. We've also had executive principal roundtables meetings, high school principal meeting. We had a discussion on our independent day school, and what independent day school is an alternative that we give our students so that they continue to come to school versus being absent that lasts from 9 to 2. Had a conference call with the Department of Education person, Dr. Bernadine Futrell. I have weekly conference calls with Dr. Johnson, our Office of School Quality Liaison, and we did review our summer learning data, master schedule meetings, and we're looking forward to bringing to the public our Cook Center mental health meetings that will begin in the month of October. So please be on the lookout on our website for those meetings that will be scheduled. And those mental wellness meetings will take place at 7 p.m. and it's for any employee, any student, and any community member, because we're still working on mental wellness since we've been dealing with this in the aftermath of the pandemic. We had executive leadership meetings, August the 7th, the 14th, 21st, and 28th. Had principals meetings, the 15th and 29th. Directors meeting, the 8th and 29th. Under leadership and governance, participating in mental health wellness meeting with the Cook Center. It was a board retreat held in Charlottesville, Virginia with the entire school board on August the 11th. Met with Dr. Johnson, the president of Southside Virginia Community College, with a continuous discussion on lab schools on August the 17th. Met with my executive coach, Dr. Gordon, who was our convocation speaker, who did an outstanding job at our convocation. Participated in a webinar for our state assessments, and we're definitely going to show those results this evening. Attended a meeting with Senator Kane on the teacher shortage in Virginia. Attended the meeting with Senator Mark Warner that was held here in Greensville County in Emporia, and participated in the VDOE Legislative Senate Bill 1215 meeting on August the 10th. Under operations and support services, this safety grant, Mr. Winningham submitted the safety grant, and we're continuously updating our safety materials here in Greensville County Public Schools. Our SROs and SSOs participated in a safety meeting on August the 11th and also one today. School safety discussion with SROs was held on August the 3rd. Our school nutrition is doing an outstanding job, and you will hear more news about the market coming up in our update. We had fleet assessment training on August the 17th, where we're looking at providing more vehicles in Greensville County Public Schools. Maintenance is continuing, working with painting of the facilities and updating alarm systems. Under human resources, our new teacher orientation was held August the 21st. The I Teach application, which will help get us certified teachers, is going live. It is live. Our new teacher session with I Teach was August 21st. And we're proud to say that we have 7 teachers who will attend the CERN Novice Teacher Academy on the campus of William & Mary in Williamsburg. Our convocation was the 29th at GES. There will be a job fair coming up at the Golden Leaf Commons on October the 3rd. Participated in the SPED traineeship with Virginia Department of Education, and also a licensure discussion with the Virginia Department of Education on how we continuously certify our teachers. Mr. Chairman, and to the board, that concludes the CAP update for September, for the month of September.
All right, that brings us up to special recognitions. I'm sorry, I jumped one. Board member committee reports. Everything will go on schedule.
No, not yet.
Nothing on finance.
Do what?
Nothing on finance.
Okay. All right. Now about the special recognitions.
Yes, sir.
Chairman Rook, Vice Chairperson Ms. Roberts, board members, Dr. Edwards, colleagues, and guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
September is Attendance Awareness Month, and it comes at a great time as we tackle chronic absenteeism. Attendance Awareness Month takes place to spread awareness regarding why maintaining attendance in school is essential for academic success. So let's start this campaign and work with our attendance clerks, truancy attendance officers to get our students back in school. We will begin our monthly attendance competition for staff and students in October. Who will be the school with the highest student and staff attendance? We will see. The winning school each month will be the keeper of the trophy. To National IT Professionals Day is also recognized in September. The world gets more digitally connected every day. More networks go online and internet reaches more communities in faster ways. National IT Professionals Day honors the experts who keep these systems running. IT systems can have fickle creatures sometimes, but these folks that we have on staff are up to the task. Most times we don't even realize how big or small an issue is or the problem, and the end users are usually the ones who experience the big problems. So let's give it up for our exceptional IT department program. I would like to call forward Mr. Thomas Redmond, our Director of Technology. Mr. Clifton Batts, who's our Coordinator of Technology. Mr. Austin Rodriguez and Kyle Rodriguez, our Computer Technician. And the people who are really in charge, our ITRTs, Ms. Sarah Moore and Ms. Tiffany Taylor. Thank you guys for being the boots on the ground daily and for being at 212 degrees every day. And that's all I have.
And to our IT department, I just want to say we can all reflect back on what the fall of 2021 when we had a cyber attack here in Greensville County Public Schools, where we lost vital information. And each day that I turn on the news, there's a cyber attack somewhere. And if you don't know what IT professionals do, they help protect our valuable information. And it's almost weekly that you hear once again that someone has been hacked security breaches, which affects financial information. It affects social security numbers and all those things. So we thank you to our IT professionals for keeping us safe here in Greensville County Public Schools. Thank you so much. And I want to piggyback on attendance matters. Attendance matters, which is a theme that you're going to hear us reflect constantly, weekly, daily, and monthly in Greensville County Public Schools. Attendance matters. It is a part of the accreditation process, and our data, which we will be coming up next in our instructional update. When you see our data, and then we're going to talk about our chronic absenteeism, which is what we're continuously working on here in Greensville County Public Schools. We need the students to come to school daily, if possible. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you again to the IT department for what y'all do. They've come a long way. Moving along, instructional updates.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For our instructional updates, we would like to call our executive principals up, and we want to start with, first we want to do the Greensville County Public Schools in paper, Ms. Janelle Robinson, and then we'll call our executive principals up to give you the good news in Greensville County Public Schools about our data.
Good evening, Board Chair, Mr. Rooks, Vice Chairman, Ms. Roberts, members of the board, Dr. Edwards, member of Greensville County Public Schools, and guests. My name is Janelle Robinson, and I'm the Federal Programs Coordinator for the division. During this presentation, I'm going to share information with you that will answer 3 questions: what it is, where we are in the process, and where we are going. Paper mission. The CEO Phil is a former teacher and tutor, and through his experiences of teaching and tutoring, he learned and realized that assistance and support were not equally distributed to the students he was serving. So for that reason, he founded Paper, and their mission is to ensure that all people using their services are being provided equitable, personalized instruction, academic support. What is it? It's an educational support system. The goal is to enhance academic support inside the schools and outside of the schools by providing access to the program 24/7. It provides individualized support to our EL students, which we have a little over 100 in our school division, and our SPED students, and we currently have 337 children in our division. Students and teachers can access this through the Clever single sign-on platform. The Review Center is a feature that provides feedback on assignments children write. They get the feedback the same day or by the end of the next day. And this is also related to Major Clarity. That's a component of this program that focuses on making sure students are career and college ready. So where we are, we had to kick off on September 6th. Integration and setup is complete. Leader and administration are taking their training this week. Teachers received a welcome letter last week, which included a link to begin the self-paced training. Live training will be offered later on this month. Parents' communication will be shared tomorrow via social media platforms, in addition to parent information sessions later this month. Full implementation in schools will take place on Monday, September 18th. And I would like to close by sharing where we are going. We are going destination full accreditation, cultivating excellence, transforming lives, and impacting futures. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson. I'd like to call Ms. Nicole Coker forward, and we will show you the results of the 22-23 academic year for Greensville Elementary School. Ms. Coker.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Dr. Edwards, Chairman Rook, Vice Chairperson Roberts, other board members, and guests. It is my pleasure to stand
Yes.
before you tonight and share the school quality profile for Greensville Elementary School. How about all that green?
How about
How about all that green?
Yes.
So we are level 1 in English and math under academic achievement. We are also level 1 in English and math under achievement gaps. And unfortunately, we are still red under chronic absenteeism, but we are moving forward with a plan for that.
Yes.
Look at that green.
Look at that grade.
I can't help but be excited. Again, this is achievement gap for English and achievement gap for math. We are level 1 in all areas in both subjects.
Yes.
Yes. If you will take a look at that, that's math first. So if you'll take a look at math, we were at 87 last year and topped that with 88 this year for math. Yes, I know. Next page, English, we were at 74 right there, 74.39 last year, but we are at 81 this year, which is over the 75. On to the next page.
If you scroll down.
That's
you can
English
click
again.
on
If you'll scroll
right
on
there,
to it, and if you, did you want to go, and there's attendance, yeah,
the
go on
math,
to that.
come down just
Yeah.
right there.
Chronic absenteeism, so you'll see that we are at 42% bad, looking to reverse that this year to
That's right.
24 or less. So that is the ES.
Thank you
In
so
a
much.
nutshell.
And we'll repeat, chronic absenteeism is when a student misses 18 days or more of school. Let me say that again. When a student misses 18 days or more of school. And where we rank at GES is 42% of our students missed 18 days or more. And we're doing, and then we'll talk about the steps that we've taken over the summer. And so when you look at where GES is, it would be fully accredited if that level 3 was not up there with chronic absenteeism. Because as you can see, 81 and 88 surpasses the state benchmark in reading and also math. So great job, Ms. Coker, and to the team at GES. And to the team at GES.
Mr. Rook, can I add something just for all of us here? So as you're seeing these slides, green means go, yellow means we are proceeding with caution, and red means pump the brakes, let's fix this. So just in case some people are looking at this for the first time, so that level 1 is what we're trying to get on all of these slides.
Absolutely.
So that's why I see we were all celebrating all that green right there, and while we're recognizing all the few reds that we just had. So there's be some more schools come up, but just wanted to share that real quick.
Thank you, Ms. Jess. And as Ms. Coker stated, the team, as I stated, at GES, because our students, staff are working so hard to bring Greensville County, the elementary school to where it is today. Again, thank you. Executive Principal, Ms. Person, Wyatt Middle School.
While I would love to take credit for all of this, it's the hard work of Dr. Fenner, Ms. High Jones, and the team at Wyatt Middle School. Come on, Ms. High Jones.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So with the academic achievement, we have a level 1 in English and math, and science is level
Yes,
3. For achievement gaps, we have a level 2 for English and level 1 in mathematics, and we're in the same boat with Greensville Elementary with the chronic absenteeism. If you scroll down.
And just to say that level in the achievement gaps was red last year, so we're
That's
making
right.
progress.
That's right.
So, rest just told y'all about the yellow meeting. So we're actually making some progress there, but I'm happy with the numbers. Well, that's the reason why I keep on stepping away. With student with disabilities, we are actually working on that. We revamped our master schedule so that we can have some collaborative classrooms where the teachers are staying with the same teachers to build that collaborative setting. If you go down to, so that's for English and math. So if you go to English, you see last year we were at 60 and this year we're at 68. So we're going in the right direction.
That's right.
So we're excited about that. So with math here, last year we had a struggle in math, but we're close to, we still have the average, the 3-year average. So we're going to ride with that. Is that 68%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's gonna be over the 70% mark. We're looking for 80s for next year.
Bingo.
All right.
Good
I
job.
like that. Sounds good.
All right, so science, I'm excited about science. If no one else, I would go on record to state that we went from 44 to 55% last year. So I'm definitely thrilled with them because they don't use growth. That's raw numbers right there.
That's
So
right.
so I'm excited for science, and it's gonna be even higher this year.
All right.
And Ms. I. Jones, please tell them about the adjustment in science. We went from block,
Oh,
please.
yeah.
How we drop back, punt, and make adjustments.
So last year, in the beginning of the school year, we figured that it wasn't working for us. So Dr. Edwards and the team came together and we decided to do science year long.
That's right.
Because year long, the 8th grade science test is grade 6, grade 7, and grade 8.
Bingo.
And the pandemic kind of affected, the content that the students received when they were in grade 6 and grade 7. So with the year long, with science being year long, it actually increased our score. So we're looking forward to a better year this year because the science SOLs were changed last year. So we actually test with the new test.
That's
So now that we know what the test look like, it's going to definitely be better. All right. And the absenteeism, I think we're the best in the district.
They got other stuff.
26%.
Don't,
We were working, we're trying to get the kids in the building after the pandemic, so we're still, with the help of Mr. Atkins this year, I think we're definitely, that number gonna decrease. Any other questions for the board?
Yes, I'm sorry, I had to do it, I'm sorry,
Any other questions? All right.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Team Wyatt, and that's a testimony to the hard work that's being done by the team at Wyatt Middle School, students, staffs, paraprofessionals, everyone. And again, thank you so much, Wyatt Middle School. Now we'll round it off at Greensville County High School, and we'll bring forth Dr. Halls. Dr. Halls.
Good evening to the esteemed board, Dr. Edwards, and of course, Ms. Riddick, and to all of you who are assembled to hear the good news from all of the schools in this district. We are proud to be a part of that good news and celebration today. We have some green to show off as well. Haven't seen this much green since St. Patrick's Day. And I am delighted about the progress that has been demonstrated. English, math, science, all level 1 with academic achievement. We recognize that we've got some work to continue to do in the direction of math. We struggle with level 2, but we are working to put some intense supports in place for our department to make sure that our curriculum is written, taught, tested, and aligned all across the board. Our young people are receiving the advanced benefit of the instructional leadership of Ms. Erica Smith, who has been working really, really diligently over the course of the summer and the start of our school year to build the capacity of our math team. English, what can we say? We've maintained the green, happy about that, but we're not becoming complacent. We are working to grow that area even further. Student engagement outcomes, what can we say? The Commonwealth of Virginia shares our concerns about chronic absenteeism. We are settled in at a level 3 at the close of our last school year, but we are working together with the supports of Mr. Lowe, our school attendance officer. Ms. Wright is working to help us to make certain that young people understand how important it is to be in school on a consistent and daily basis. College and career and civic readiness, level 2, but we are moving in the right direction under the guidance of Ms. Harrison. Our students are receiving some incredible opportunities to include Southside Virginia Community College. They're an incredible partner. We've expanded our scope of CTE offerings so that our students' primary interests can be fully engaged. And dropout rate, graduation and completion. We are green, ladies and gentlemen, which is a great improvement for us. Next, with the achievement gaps in English and math, we know that we are building some supports thanks to the dedicated leadership of Ms. Williams, and we've got some on-site support day in and day out that the school board in their infinite wisdom has saw fit to make sure that we have Dr. Stith here to provide structure and guidance for our exceptional education programs. So we are eternally grateful for both of those ladies. But we are definitely moving in the right direction. Math continues to be a struggle to close the achievement gap. But again, we redirect, realign our efforts, and come back again stronger and more prepared for the challenges that we faced and overcome in previous instances. Science, academic achievement for all students. Okay, English is first, got it. All right, so pardon me as I worked out a sequence. These bar graphs are really important. Of course, your eye is drawn initially to the three columns, but I want to bring your attention to that red bar across those columns. Consistently over the last three reporting categories, this high school has performed exceedingly well and above the stated expectation of 75% in the content area of English. So that in and of itself is a major feat and accomplishment when schools all across the district, primary, middle, and high schools struggle to even make it to that bar. This high school and its dedicated staff and English departments have maintained consistent excellence over that 75%. So 85% this year, and 80, we're looking at probably 90% is our goal across the board. So we'll continue to give the English department what they need to succeed. Next, math. Again, this tells a tale. Kind of looks like the Adidas logo, right? And we'll take that. We know that we are moving in the right direction consistently. Again, exceeding the 70% state expectation in two of these reporting categories in the year 22 and 23. So once again, we look at the amount of growth between 22 and 23 is just absolutely phenomenal. And I think that says a lot about the people who show up here every single day to work with one of the most difficult content areas that the Commonwealth gives us reporting for. Science. These bars don't show the hard work and dedication that has been invested in the instruction of science. Had some real challenges, some turnover. Of course, struggled with not just student chronic absenteeism, but also staff chronic absenteeism. But look at what Ms. Emily Jarrett and Dr. Posey James have been able to bring to this school in the way of improvement in instruction in science. From 42 in the previous year, 22, to 76. 76. Which, by the way, is above that state expectation. We are excited about the direction, the achievements of a newly minted PLC lead in Ms. Robinson. We are thrilled about the young people that are coming to our classrooms every day, hungry, thirsty for the knowledge that their science instructors are providing for them in excellent fashion. Next. Student engagement. And I just clicked on the wrong link, pardon me. Student engagement and outcomes, chronic absenteeism. Again, we look at the Commonwealth as a snapshot of where our students are expected to perform. But absenteeism is one that we have a great deal in common with many of the school districts across the state. We are working, as I said before, to make certain that this nearly 1/3 of our students who were chronically absent in the 22-23 school year and their parents and guardians understand the absolute imperative of showing up so that we can be about the serious business of instruction. So we are working to engage, again, community engagement folks who go out, knock on doors, do the hard work of making sure that young people felt missed whenever they miss a day of school. We understand how sometimes expectations at home set expectations for the schoolhouse, and we're working to expand the capacity and the belief in our parents that this 8 hours that they entrust us with their most valuable possessions is well worth the investment on everybody's behalf. So we can expect there will be some progress with chronic absenteeism in our next school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Mr. Chairman, and to the community and to the board, this is an example of the hard work that our faculty, staff, students have done in the 22-23 school year. As stated when I started talking about our memorandum of understanding, it was a 5-year plan, and everyone has come together, pulled the bootstraps up. Our model was 212 degrees, making the extra effort, and that extra effort means educating our students here in Greensville County Public Schools. So to every school, every person that works in Greensville County Public Schools, to the community, to the parents, these are our results for the 22-23 school year. We're pushing for 80 across the board in every subject area. Math has superseded that with 90%. 90%. And we're looking English 82 plus. And so we are moving the needle here in Greensville County Public Schools, because while we have a memorandum of understanding, we want this to be our last year under a memorandum of understanding so that it is not renewed with the Virginia Department of Education. And we are moving forward in that trajectory. And we're saying and claiming that this is going to be our year. So to everyone, we take our hats off to you, because it's a community effort. It's a school effort, because it takes all of us, the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And when you look at where we are in Greensville County Public Schools, we're moving in that right direction. So thank you to everyone for your support in moving our students forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Edwards. Thank you to the staff and students again. Great effort. And I believe this year will be the year that the memorandum of understanding will be gone. We were oh so close this year. But I think next year is going to be, this year is going to be back on the right track. All we got to do is get the kids in school. We can educate them if we get them here. We've proven that with the result, with the numbers. All right, next up be the human resource update.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like Mr. Reddy to come forward with the human resource update.
Talk about transformation. We are all well aware that there is a huge teacher shortage in the United States. Virginia is now ranked number 8 in the country. There were more than 3,500 teacher positions not filled across the Commonwealth just last year. To date, Greensville County Public Schools has 5 teacher vacancies, and we are really excited about only having 5 at the start of school. To that, I'm going to add, I saw Mr. Powell in the back, we have no bus driver shortages.
Yes.
We're fully staffed with bus drivers. So we're really happy about that. And I get a call every other day from my daughter's school saying, sorry for the inconvenience, you have to pick your child up today because they don't have a bus coming to pick them up from the school. So we are in a great place. Last month, I stood before you and said that we were fully staffed at GES. As fate would have it, at the beginning of the school year, we had 1 special education vacancy. And on a good note, we have a kindergarten vacancy because of our increase in numbers in kindergarten. So we are looking for a kindergarten teacher. Wyatt Middle School, pending the arrival of our two teachers that we recruited, we have one vacancy there, and that's history. At Greensville County High School, we have a personal finance and a history position that is vacant. We would like to thank the board and Dr. Edwards for their innovative leadership in approving us to be able to have a para to teacher program. And with that, any paras who have bachelor's degrees and interested in teaching, we can start them and get them in the process of getting their licensure. This year, we were able to place two of our paras. One, actually, both of them are here at the high school, para to teacher. So we're really excited about that. Also, they have approved the employee referral program. So with that, you must be employed with GCPS at the time the bonus is paid out, and the bonus is in the amount of $600. All Greensville County Public Schools full-time employees, except for the decision makers in the hiring process, are eligible to receive the referral bonus. A referred candidate must work at GCPS for at least 3 months in order for the referral to be paid the bonus. All referrals submitted to be considered eligible for the referral bonus for up to 1 year. So if you refer somebody and we don't hire them next month and they come back 2 months later, you're still eligible for that bonus. If we have already made contact with the teacher who was referred, the referral will not be eligible for a bonus. If more than one person refers a teacher candidate, the bonus will be awarded to the person who made the referral first. Referred candidates cannot be current or prior employees to Greensville County Public Schools, and Greensville County Public Schools reserves the right to modify, change, or end this program. So we'll be sending out the referral forms and our vacancies tomorrow. If you know anyone who's interested in teaching kindergarten, special education, history, and personal finance, please let us know. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Now for our finance update, as you know, we're currently seeking a finance officer. And Mr. Dejon Collier, under the tutelage of Ms. Shanice Sanders, who we've contracted out with, as well as Ms. Smith and Ms. Finch in our finance department, are holding it in the road while we seek a finance officer. Mr. Collier will come forward and give us our finance update.
Yes, greetings, Chairman Ruck, Vice Chair, Mrs. Roberts, the board, Dr. Edwards. Just a few updates here. We did go ahead and update our calendar. So the pay dates for the calendar for the holiday months, November, December, and January, will be updated. November will be the 21st, December will be the 21st, and then January will be the 19th. We are pending our audit for our schools at the school district level. I'm sorry, I can't talk with this, man. And we did get our state budget. We are just waiting. We're pending our calc tool so that we will know exactly the allocated amounts for our district. And other than that, we are fiscally sound. So I think that is an amazing thing. Any questions?
Not a question. You can just say that last one more time. We've only been waiting about 4 months for that. What has been
Our
approved?
state budget.
What's been approved?
Our state budget.
Oh, my word. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And on another note, with the financial update, Ms. Sanders, Mr. Collier, and the team, and we've worked diligently over the weekend, and we are crunching numbers. And what are we crunching numbers for? We're crunching numbers to see about a raise. That's what we're crunching the numbers for. And as soon as we finish crunching those, numbers, we will be coming back with the full report to the board. And we're also crunching numbers in ESSER so we can see where we are, because ESSER funding runs out September 2024, and we're doing our due diligence. And if you look at the governor's budget, Governor Youngkin included additional funding for education in 3 categories: chronic absenteeism, literacy, and tutors to combat learning loss. And when we looked at the calculation tool, that portion for Greensville County was right at $3 million. And when you look at how we would spend that money, It is designed for those three areas, and it includes reading specialists in the middle school as well. So we will be looking for a reading specialist for Wyatt. We'll be looking for an additional reading specialist for Greensville Elementary School. We're looking for tutors across the board during the day. And we'll have wonderful news when Ms. Whitaker stands up and tell you about our before school and after school programs at Greensville County Public Schools. And Dr. Halls, we're looking at that funding to bring a program here to the high school for before and after school. We have a vision of accelerating learning versus remediating learning, a 0 period and a +1 period here at Greensville County High School. So we're moving all things in the right direction. And you heard Mr. Powell. Mr. Powell, I can't see you back there. Thank you so much, because daily calls are made. Bus drivers are running 3 routes. I see Ms. Spruill is here, one of our diligent bus drivers. We don't have a bus driver shortage in Greensville County Public. We have people who come to work daily to make sure our babies get to school. Can't say enough thank you to the transportation department. And then when they get here, Ms. Garner and the nutrition staff feeds them oh so well. And Mr. Winningham has the temperature right in his team, so that, again, it takes all of us to make this thing work, which is why you see the results that you see in Greensville County Public Schools. So thank you. And we are looking forward to crunching those numbers to bring some good news to the faculty and staff. And trust me, we're working diligently.
Thank you, Dr. Edwards. Next up, read the operations update.
Lady calls Dr. Scott.
Good evening, School Board Chairman Rourke, Vice Chairman Roberts, school board members. I'm delighted to bring you updates for our operations departments, our transportation, food nutrition, student services, special education support services, maintenance, and custodial services. I'll be brief. The transportation department began its training at the end of the year in June, late June, just before summer school, and they trained about 7 new bus drivers. We have 2 bus drivers that are now in training, behind the wheel training, receiving their CDL license. So we're making some progress in that area. We've adjusted our bus routes for the 23-24 school year, and we're continuing to adjust those routes. As you know, we just finished our first 4 days of school. Well, this is the 5th day, so first week of school, and so we still need to make some adjustments. Transportation is meeting with schools to address student safety and school parking lots and bus safety. The parent app is up and running. The new access code has been sent to all schools to be disseminated to parents. Transportation department will start receiving new cars, new Malibus and Chevy Traverses within the next 2 weeks. This is the first fleet rotation with Enterprise. So that will start within the next week or 2. We've implemented a new fueling system for vehicles and buses. The fueling system is designated to keep track of fuel usage and costs. We've implemented revising checklists and procedures for checking out and returning vehicles to the garage. The maintenance department has put in a new module at GES, and that has been completed with steps and the handicap ramps. They've also completed sidewalk repairs at GES, and walls have been added to 2 classrooms at GES. In food nutrition, Lulu's Local Food Hub is the recipient of the Local Food Purchase Assistance Cooperative Agreement grant, which allows them to coordinate getting more local produce to as many locations as they can reach in the southern and central region of the state. We are pleased to announce that Lulu's Local Food is partnering with Greensville County Public Schools to give local produce to the students and their families. All families of GCPS students are eligible to receive the produce. The dates for that program will be September 18th, October 16th, November 20th, December 18th, and that time is 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Food nutrition is also continuing partnership with Feed More to offer the Greensville Elementary School market. This is only available to families of the students that go to Greensville Elementary School. The dates for the produce market is October 17th, November 14th, December 12th, January 16th, February 13th, March 12th, April 16th, and May 14th. GCHS will be offering a salad bar for students as a part of the reimbursable meal and for staff to purchase in October. It is our goal to feature local produce on the salad bar. We are starting an after-school summer program at Wyatt Middle School in October. We are incorporating more scratch and speed scratch cooking into menus at all our schools, and all secondary schools will receive second chance breakfast. In the second chance breakfast model, students receive breakfast when transitioning from first to second period, making it beneficial for those students who arrive late to school or are not hungry when they first arrive. We offer second chance breakfast from carts located in high traffic areas of the school, mirroring our grab and go model. Students pick up their breakfasts and eat either on their way to their next class or in the classroom. Custodial services. Custodial services have completed cleaning, shampooing rugs, and completing special cleaning areas in all buildings ahead of the school opening for the 23-24 school year. And I will say they've done a significant, immaculate job in a fast time, in a very quick time, compared to where we were last year. They are conducting inventory for equipments and supplies in all buildings. They are completing work orders daily and staying ahead and to eliminate issues related to custodial services. Special education. GCPS has 341 students receiving special education services and support. 14 students are attending private day schools. The Special Education Advisory Committee is being planned. The local advisory committee works with parents of disabled youth within our school district. The goal of the committee is to advise the school division of any unmet needs and assist the school division in formulating plans for improving the performance of children with disabilities. And finally, student services. With the 53 slots and for the county and 27 slots for the city, our pre-K enrollment is at its capacity. We do have a waiting list. Our non-traditional students at school after school are being enrolled with support from school leadership and guidance. BTSS are meeting monthly on the third Thursday of the month. And our SROs and SSOs meet monthly. We began our monthly meetings back in July. We had our third meeting today. Our next meeting is scheduled for October 16th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. Next up is our Avid and CTE update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to call Mrs. Harrison forward to give us our Avid and CTE update.
Good evening, Chairman Rook, Vice Chairman Roberts, board members, Dr. Edwards. I am super excited. We are in year 2 of AVID, and with year 2, we are implementing at Wyatt with 8th grade. We have an amazing group of AVID educators and the executive principal who received training over the summer. In our cohort 1 at AVID, we have 28th graders that are enrolled in the AVID elective, and they had their opening parent meeting the same day as open house. At the high school, we are moving into year 2. And year 2, we have 22 ninth graders that are joining the AVID family, in addition to the 41 10th graders moving into year 2. And the high school also held their parent meeting the night of open house. When we talk about AVID, our main goal for the year, for our 5th and final year of this MOU, is to align the work that we're doing and to make AVID school-wide. So it starts with the elective, with the students that are enrolled, but the strategies that are implemented through AVID and the impact it had on our students shows the need to make sure that it's school-wide, that all of our students have access to the same strategies as the students that are enrolled in the elective. So when we look at our group from last year, we had 83% of our students enrolled in AVID that earned a C or higher in all of their classes. And we're talking about ninth graders. So that was the purpose of transitioning. And when we looked at the scores, those students in ninth grade took Algebra 1 SOL as well as World History Assessment. We had all but 2 to pass the Algebra 1 SOL. And with our area of growth in the world of world history, our students in AVID still performed higher than students that are not enrolled in AVID. So we see the need and the impact that it's having on our students. So we are looking forward for moving as we're in year 2 from AVID elective to AVID school-wide. All right. Okay, now the world of CTE. Oh my goodness. The world of CTE, Dr. Halls mentioned the new course offerings that we have. So we have Introduction to Fashion Careers, Cosmetology, and Electricity, all brand new for this school year.
Yes.
And in addition to that, this year our students are traveling to Southside. So it's Southside Virginia Education Center over at the Golden Leaf. So if you didn't know, Southside Virginia Community College rents a wing of that building. And so now our students are actually having the opportunity, thanks to our great transportation team, to travel over there for electricity, for welding too, which Mr. Brown is very excited about, to be able to go over there. And cosmetology will be joining the group over at Southside by the end of the month, hopefully. So those are the exciting new courses that we have in the world of CTE, in hopes that bringing new opportunities for our students will also help increase the attendance, giving them something else that they're interested in to come and look forward to on each day. And the last part I wanted to share is Z-Space. Z-Space is very hard to describe. It's something you have to experience for yourself. So I invite you board members to please let me know when you want to come out and experience Z-Space. Z-Space is technology at its best. So we have 15 laptops, and it's a combination of augmented reality and virtual reality. And they have different programs like for welding and our nursing and math and science. And you get at the computer and say you're looking for a heart, and they may be examining the heart. So they use a stylus, and you move the stylus and you can really draw out the heart to the point that you can hear the heartbeat. It is absolutely amazing. And so our teachers had training before school started, and we had to really reel them back in. The presenter was like, "Are we ready yet? Are we ready yet?" Because they had the opportunity to really see how technology works. We're accustomed to taking virtual trips, but to really feel that you are involved in the process, like it's really happening. And it gives our students the opportunity to practice in real time and to mess up without leaving too many things behind or wasting any resources, because it's just all technology. So please let me know when you want to come, because you just got to see it for yourself. I went by the cosmetology class today, and they wanted me to make sure that I shared that they took their Barbicide certification already, which means they know the proper training that's necessary for sanitation and disinfection practices. And they all have their certificate. So they wanted me to make sure that I told you all that it is only week 2 and they are already working. So thank you all so very much for providing these opportunities for our students. And this is only the beginning. Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. Next up, we got the technology update.
Good evening, Board
Good
Chair, Rook, Chairman, Vice Chair, Roberts, Board members, Dr. Edwards. I come before you just to kind of give a technology update, what we've been doing from last year to this year. A lot has changed, but we're continually trying to stay in the 21st century, as I said last year. The first thing that I would say that has been a major change to our department, we've added 2 new people. They were kind of introduced earlier. Ms. Tiffany Taylor is one of our ITRTs, and Ms. Sarah Moore as well. And we're excited that they joined the team. I definitely feel like they have really brought some new ideas to our team. The next thing that we've been working on, we have been trying to increase communication amongst the schools. In the classrooms, we deployed new phones. We went from old house wiring phones to actual voice over IP phones for the classroom, which will help us as we go further to hopefully go to a full cloud solution VoIP system. We've updated our wireless infrastructure. As I spoke earlier, things have changed. We're constantly adding more and more technology. So the infrastructure has to meet the technology where it's at. So we put access points in every classroom, hallways, just everywhere, just so that we make sure that we have coverage for these new devices. We've deployed Chromebook carts at the high school. We currently have carts in every classroom at Wyatt. We're still working on trying to make sure that our elective classes as well get carts over here at the high school. We're upgrading our print server, so we're working with our current copier company, Selling Copier, to upgrade our back end, because like Dr. Edwards said a couple years ago, we got hit with ransomware, and we have to continuously upgrade this stuff on the back end, because if not, we're just exposing ourselves. We're changing our virtualization platform. That's where it houses our servers. And we've also worked with maintenance to upgrade our security system, the cameras, the door access, IDS, I think is what it's called. But we're definitely, again, our projects, the list is kind of short, but they're major projects. It takes a while, and I have a great team. They work very hard. They worked hard before I got here. So I would love to applaud them for continuously the great works, because without them, I mean, I'm only one person. I can't do everything. So, again, these are our technology updates. Any questions?
Thank you.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Ms. Whitaker, would you like to come up? I was looking for you. See you sitting beside the podium.
Good evening, Chairman Rook, Vice Chair Roberts, school board members, Dr. Edwards, and all in the assembly. I'm here to give an overview of the before school and after school programs. We have before school and after school programs at Greensville Elementary School and E.W. Wyatt Middle School. Before school at Greensville Elementary School is from 6:50 to 7:50 a.m., Monday through Friday. Right now, we have 45 students registered, and we are still accepting applications. After school program for Greensville Elementary School will start on September 18th from 3:30 to 4:45. Applications were sent home on Friday for the after school program. They are due on Wednesday, so please, please, please get those in. We will still accept them after Wednesday. After school program is Monday through Thursday, and we will have bus transportation home from the after school program. Wyatt Middle School, before school program starts from 7 a.m. to 8:50 a.m., Monday through Friday. And after school will start September 25th from 3:50 to 5:30. Transportation will be provided home, And right now, we have 115 students registered for before and after school at Wyatt Middle School, and we are still accepting applications. So please get your babies there so we can work on this before school and after school and get some remediation in for our babies. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams.
Thank you, Ms. Wright.
Thank you. That was good.
Next up is policy updates.
Thank you, Chairman Rook. Mrs. Riddick, policy, please.
Board members, in your packets, there is a VSBA policy update. The most recent revisions to the sample policies in the manual are provided in both final and strike-through format. We just need to review the policies and then bring them back based on what we would like to keep, whether we decide to use the sample policies as our own, as they're written, make changes, or write the local policies for ourselves.
And on that note, Mr. Chairman, we have the Finance Committee and the Policy Committee. If we could just look at a date to come together with the board to discuss the policies, revisions and updates, then we can definitely move forward, as well as look at a date for the Finance Committee to meet as well.
All right, next up will be Special Education Advisory Committee.
Lady call Ms. Williams, Ms. Rita Williams, forward, please.
Good evening, Chairman Rook, Vice Chair, Ms. Roberts, board members, Dr. Edwards. Dr. Scott gave you a summary of what the Special Education Advisory Committee does. The Virginia regulations require that each school division has a Special Education Advisory Committee, and we are required to meet 4 times a year. It's parent ran, and I am their collaborator for the committee. And we are presenting the names tonight for the committee, for the Special Education Advisory Committee. For the 2023-2024 school year. Board members, you should have a copy in your packet.
Yes, we do.
Yes, they did.
Are there any questions?
Anybody got any questions on the names? I think we're good, Ms. Williams. Thank you. All right, that brings us up to our action items. First up is the Improvement Association MOU.
I don't have any questions.
All right, seeking a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Motion's been moved and properly seconded to accept the Improvement Association MOU. All in favor, make a known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None being heard, the motion carries. Next up is policy GBBDBA-R.
I'll make a motion that we accept this.
Second.
All right, motion's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor, make a known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None being heard, adopting the policy.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, sir.
Sure. This was a policy that was in place in 1982. So when we say we're moving to the next degree, y'all, we actually do mean it. So thank you for staying patient with us, but this is something where internally we have been working very diligently on. Um, and that's all I'll say for now, I guess.
It actually was adopted November the 8th, 1982, to be exact. It has not been revisited since then. So we're definitely going through these policies and trying to get everything updated. All right, next up will be the Regional Alternative Education Projects application.
So moved.
I'll second it. Motion's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None being heard, the motion carries. All right, that brings us up to our closed session portion of the meeting. Seeking a motion to enter closed session to discuss, consider, or interview prospective candidates for employment, assignment, appointment, promotion, performance, demotion, salaries, disciplining, or resignation of specific public officers, appointees or employees of the Virginia School Board, pursuant to Virginia Code 2.2-3711A1.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and properly seconded to go into closed session. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? With none being heard, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Hey, what's up? It's missing that. It's missing the song.
Yeah, you put your sauce on it. Yeah.
Oh, we can get to. I can do that right now.
Look, Ellis, that's the one thing.
Look,
you
can I do that right now?
understand.
If you
say
tell
want
me
something,
what
we
we
show
need
up.
on there, I can do it. What?
I'm gonna tell you. So what your real problem is?
The person that
No,
person is doing it.
so one person left. She left. She did it, and then who was the next person behind? It was nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
So nobody picked up after the crowd.
And
So
she been going for a
she been
hot
going now for almost 7 months. So whoever is gonna be your designee for the school, she would have to find somebody.
All right, we're back from closed session. Clerk, could you call the roll to certify?
Chairman Jason Rook,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Janet Roberts, Mr. Rustin Jesse,
Yes.
Mr. Ronell Pearson.
Yes.
All right, recommendations from closed session on personnel matters.
Mr. Chairman, administration is seeking approval of items presented in closed session.
What's the board's pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
The motion's been moved and properly seconded to accept the recommendations from closed session on personnel matter. All in favor, make a known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None being heard? Motion carries. Any announcements?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Just want to say to the community and to our faculty, staff, thank you so much for a school year opening up very well. We had a great convocation. Our speaker was Dr. John Gordon, who electrified the audience. And a special thank you for the results of our 22-23 school year. We're moving to the next degree. All of our data is moving in an upward trajectory, and we certainly appreciate the effort that everyone is doing in Greensville County Public Schools. Want to commend that football team once again at Greensville County High School for a 6 overtime victory. Took 6 overtimes, but they got the job done. And we want to commend our golf team, our volleyball team, and anyone having an extra hand in extracurricular activities and G-Force band, because what a performance at the convocation and also during the football game. And we want to just bring special attention to our moving to the next degree division yearbook. This highlights all things that occurred in the 22-23 school year. Please, it's on our website. Look at it, and we're getting copies bound. And Mr. Chairman, that's all the announcements that I have.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ellis. Anybody else got anything else before we adjourn? All right, now seeking a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and properly second to adjourn. All in favor, make a known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? For none been heard, the meeting's now adjourned.